themselves proud as well.
Oh, he buried that one!
At what age did football start to get into your bones? Did you realise what it was that you're...
Probably 5 or 6, something like that. Being at junior school as it was then, your dad coming down with the Football League Championship when you're 6 years old.
Have a little look at this.
That was the old shooting box at the baseball ground, I believe there. We did absolutely love it down there. So when you're 5 or 6 and you're doing that, and there was the people around like Dave Mackay and Roy McFarland and everything, I think it's inevitable it gets into you. It gets into your blood.
Tell me about the seeds of moving into management yourself.
I just was coming to the end of the contract at Manchester City, and all of a sudden an opportunity came up down the road, about 20 minutes down the road at Burton. And I thought, well, I'll give the chairman a ring and see if he'd be interested in a player manager.
You won't believe what we've managed to find here for us. So wait a sec. Is it Burton or is it Morpeth away?
Morpeth away. That's where it starts. It's proper football as well, in lots of ways.
Your dad used to come and watch. Was he in those early days giving you little pointers and bits of Brian Clough advice?
He didn't quite grasp early on the fact that the lads were part-time and that they'd been to work and so on. So a night match, the lads had been working all day and then they came and played. He didn't appreciate that. No, there's a lot of honesty in non-league. There's no money there.
Okay, but why were you doing it then, Nigel? Because you stayed there for 10 years, so...
Well, that was never the plan.
Wasn't it?
We were making progress. I think we improved our position every year. Taking them from the Dr. Martins and the Unibond and I'm going to places like Morpeth, to all of a sudden you're going to St James's Park and you're going to the City Ground, the same club.
Yeah, phenomenal.
That's hell of a good feeling.
I bet this is a good feeling as well.
Burton Albion have just hit the jackpot.
The Man U game.
Yeah.
The 0-0. You don't even get a grimace from Fergie here. He almost has a smile on his face.
That one thing, if there's anything responsible for the club moving up the leagues that they did, it was that.
With regard to taking the Derby job, did you make a decision like that finally on gut feel? You said Ben Robinson, the chairman, pushed you there?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of, oh, my old man was here and had success. Was that there? What, that was a draw, or was that oh, gosh, I don't want to besmirch the Clough name? I mean, what
it was, well, there's certainly an emotional attachment. Having lived in the area for more than 50 years, certainly, and everything that he achieved there, we're never going to repeat that, and nobody will. So that's easy to deal with straight away. You back that one off. You can't even say following the footsteps, because you can't. It's totally different, You take a different path. In the first few months when we got there, staying up in that first 4 months was incredibly difficult.
Sheffield United, where you went next. And then you became the cup expert. 2 national competition semi-finals.
You haven't changed much.
Do you think not?
We had a great 18 months or so at Sheffield United, and the owners were, all they kept saying to us the first few months we went in, can you keep us out of League Two? That was the priority. I think we finished 7th.
Your son had to go up there on his own, not being quick, can't score goals, not a lot of talent, but good enough to be in the first division.
You must, beneath all that, be pretty proud of him though, aren't you?
Well, I think he's a nice young man.
Did he feel he had to treat you harshly in order to get the best out of
Maybe initially, but I feel a little bit guilty because it was, when I started playing for him at Forest, I never understood how difficult it must have been for him. And I wasn't particularly worth my place, I don't think, in the early days. And I know he faced some criticism from supporters and even from directors for playing me. That's a regret. I wish I hadn't put him through that, because he didn't deserve that after everything that he'd achieved.
Any regrets in those 25 years?
Plenty. Certainly plenty.
Forest? Did it come up?
Nearly got it many, many years ago when we were at Burton. I went over and had a chat with the chief exec, and I thought it was all done. And then at the last minute they said no, so we've changed our mind. And he later told me, he said that Nigel Doughty had said, how do I sack a Clough?
When there is such a phenomenal family name and legacy, it's hard for it to go away, isn't it?
People say it opens doors, well, it closes a few as well.
Does it?
It does, yeah, it does both.
Still Maxwell, right there back in. Straight away.
I'm going to give you one moment, and one moment only, from your 25 years as a manager. What is your one moment from your management career?
I would say keeping Burton in the Championship, because nobody gave us a cat in hell chance. We were absolute favourites to go down, play Newcastle, Villa, Wolves, Forest, or, we'd go, no chance at all. That one, I think.
Thanks for sharing your own legacy.